man. Welcome to the substance, man. Welcome to the substance. So what's up with the substance, man? I know you hurt and feel with chemical, man. So what's up with the substance, man? This new sun's being knocked your fans. So what's up with the substance, man?
Hey bro, you ready?
Chemical, man. So what's up with the substance?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Know Your Substance Podcast. We got another episode today. We got SlowBurnCrew, the one and only, starring Maije.
What it do?
And then Doni Blue.
What's up?
How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, bro. I'm glad we got this shit going.
We
If it weren't for you, we'd probably, be playing handoff with the mics.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do that honestly, but I'm glad you have Ableton. You know?
Me too, man.
I had no idea what was going on in Pro Tools, man. I was like, I don't know. I was trying to decipher what was going on. I was like, I can't help.
And the pros don't even know what's happening in the tools. You know what I mean? Like, we were doing. I did a class, right? Like for engineering and stuff at Stan State. It was like a certificate program, so a small class, and like we were using Pro Tools, but even our teacher, he hated Pro Tools.
That's crazy.
And like it was always crashing. It was always doing some dumb stuff. Like you click too fast. It's like, oh, not responding.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Even if you have like a good computer.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. So.
Well, how does that class work though? Like you guys just mix songs or what?
Yeah. So it started off by just like the intro. So we just like making beats on Pro Tools. Yeah, it was crazy. It was different, learning how to do MIDI on it and stuff. Like,
Did you make some slappers on there?
a little bit, yeah. It was hard though. I was like, I couldn't like. I mean, this was like 2018, 2019.
You haven't
so
produced when you were there, or you already produced?
I was producing on Logic and stuff, but it was a little different,
Yeah.
because you don't have the samples. You're using all the stock plugins.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no, that's fake. That's fake news because they had. What are the ones? Contact. They had Contact.
Contact's goated.
Yeah, Contact is pretty sick, bro.
Yeah.
All the native instrument plugins.
Damn.
And they had Waves plugins.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're pretty solid. But yeah, the program would shut down sometimes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but then
Oh,
we
no,
eventually.
not the certificate program. Pro Tools program.
Yeah, the Pro
Okay.
Tools. No, yeah. Well, I hope the program's still there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it was a cool class. The teacher was like hella talented too. He mixed and mastered and recorded a lot of like rock bands, like metal bands and stuff. So that was his
okay.
background. But he had done hip hop and stuff. When we started getting more into it, like the next year, I took a mixing class. That was cool, mixing like stems of a whole band.
Whoa.
It was like a jazz band or like jazz funk, something like
Yeah.
that. It was pretty cool, bro, having to mix Rhodes and mix like a Wurlitzer and the drums, learning how to like gate drums.
Whoa.
From like, because you have 5 mics, and each mic is
Oh,
bleeding
right.
all the other different sounds in it, and so
I always wondered. They use mics like that, right?
yeah, they'll use them. Yeah, SM57. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they'll put this on a snare, sometimes a kick, guitar. This mic's crazy. That's only $100.
No way.
Yeah, bro, it's hella cheap, and like it works. People use it for vocals too.
Mm.
Like when I have an AKG 414.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first bought it, I would like actually double mic.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't
For
have.
vocals?
Yeah, I just tried it on this one artist that I used to work with, this one girl, and it was cool. Like hearing the different sounds. Like the 414 now has like that airy high end, and then the SM57's like more like what a Newman would give you, but not as smooth. It's a
Like
little
warm?
rough.
Say warmer. Or-
Yeah, just warmer. But it wasn't. It was still kind of sharp.
Uh-huh.
Like the mid range, so it was cool to just compare,
That's crazy. Oh, so you're just doing it just to hear it.
just to do it, yeah,
Okay.
just because I could, and I was hella excited,
Yeah.
And then my teacher's like, "Why are you doing that? Like, you don't have to do all that shit."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but like, why not?
Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen people like mic up drums. I'm like, bro, that must be a bitch.
It is a bitch,
You
but
seen that? With like a drum sets and they got mics on each freaking part of the drum
Oh
set.
no, yeah. I've seen. It's with those ones too, or what?
just a bunch of mics sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
It'll be like 2 of these and 3 of another.
Yeah,
and
I always wondered how that shit would work without, y'all kind of explained it, just having to really go in and try to get that sound, that specific
Yeah.
sound, not everything around it.
Yeah, like the snare. You know, you're gonna hear the kick and the hi-hats in the background, but the snare is gonna be the loudest thing because the mic is closest. So every time the snare hits, the gate closes. After the sound goes in, the gate closes, and it's like snappy.
Because I was thinking it was more of a sidechain thing, but it's a gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could sidechain it. That'd actually be another way to do it. That's what I love about the like engineering and mixing process. Like, there's really no wrong way to do it.
Really?
And that's what our teacher taught us is that like sometimes you could just throw something on it, and it might not even do anything, but you like how it sounds. Like, they would throw auto-tune with the tune, like, all the way off just to compress the vocal.
Just to run it through it.
Yeah,
That's
just so
crazy.
it gets a little bit, like,
Yeah.
tighter. And I've seen people throw plugins on, not even twist any knobs because they have that analog-like sound on them.
Oh.
So they just do it for the color.
Wow.
Yeah. We learned a lot in that class, man.
Damn, this class seems goaty, bro.
Yeah,
have
it's
to
pretty
take it,
fire, bro. Yeah, I actually got lucky because, well, I mean, not lucky, but like, because COVID was happening and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So he kind of just passed us
Oh, nice.
because we were trying to do things from home, but like the stems weren't downloading. And
was a
whatever.
bitch.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty cool, man.
That's what's up, man.
So when did you guys? Are you guys always been friends?
We're family, brother.
Talk about that.
We're family.
You guys are related?
This is my
Yeah.
cousin right here.
Bro,
Cousins,
for real?
man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grew up
Shit.
together and everything.
Hell yeah. That's cool. And you guys are from Atwater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You've been in Atwater most of your life?
All. I guess
Yeah.
Merced. Atwater Merced.
Yeah, for sure.
Atwater. I was out for about a little bit of my elementary beginning, like primary years,
Yeah.
like first to third grade. I was out in Texas.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, shit. Okay.
This one just disappeared from my life for a couple years.
I was
Yeah,
gone.
side quested.
I was gone. Yeah, it was a lot of. It was whole shit with my parents and whatnot. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
they
for sure.
split. So my mom's like, "We're going to Texas." So we had dipped to Texas. First grade year, went to school there. It was a whole new experience. I was out there in Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah.
It's right by Dallas, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you're familiar.
I am, bro. I used to talk to a girl from there.
Yeah, there
It
you
was
go.
like in junior high days, she was friends with a friend from out here. They had met randomly on MySpace.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, we just became friends. But that's how I always Fort Worth always reminds me of her.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, just was hell random. Never met her. We used to, like, just like Skype, And like,
Skype.
You remember Tiny Chat?
Yeah.
I
I,
mean,
I don't know Tiny Chat. It was Skype or Kick for
Fucking
us.
Kick,
We was
dude.
on Kick for
Oh,
sure.
that was crazy.
I
man.
still label my kicks, K-I-K.
Okay, I can't.
Oh, man.
Got kicked.
Question mark.
Yeah.
Kick one.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, man. Family.
I miss those days, bro, with all the like those apps and stuff.
I mean, those apps were predatory. I later found out, but
We had
You know?
no business. Omegle.
oh,
Chat
Oh,
roulette.
yeah,
man.
that was crazy, man.
All those communication types. That was I feel like that was peak for teenagers at that time. Like me and this guy, I know from experience,
Yeah.
we was a lot of wild moments on those
A lot of
apps.
Bad shit,
Just
bro.
Late nights, just Omegle, just fucking.
Bro, that was the trenches.
Dude, that's crazy.
If you couldn't go to the hood, you gotta go to the.
I go to Omegle, dude.
Yeah,
what a
bro.
time.
That's wild. But yeah, man. So you guys have been cousins. You guys been cousins for a long time.
Because
No,
my whole life, man.
as long as I
yeah.
can remember.
Nah, that's cool, bro. Oh yeah. And then you came back. You guys been to Outwater. When did you guys start doing music though? I don't think I've ever asked.
Yeah. I would say a solid year that we started creating together
Mhm.
would be 2016, 2015.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
High school, we were going to. I mean, we said the story a lot of times, but we'll say it again for you.
Yeah.
This is new people, you know.
New
people,
audience.
new clips.
Yeah, new clips. So, speaking of the clips, their new album. Anyways, we'll go back.
Yeah,
We're going to high
sprinkle
school. I was going to school in Merced. I don't know why it came. I was going to middle school in Merced, and then I went to Atwater for high school. Somehow,
Okay.
Atwater High. And then he was already there, a year older than me. And he's like the only guy I know, new city type shit.
Mhm.
So after school, my parents were working. He lived close by, walking distance. So we would just walk together after school every day to his apartment. And then, you're asking how we started, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he would just show me. I remember the first song he showed me was "They Reminisce Over You" by Pete Rock and Seal Smooth.
Okay.
And I've never heard like rap hip hop like real '90s shit
Mhm.
before this. Before this, for me, it was like I listened to Eminem because my dad loves Eminem and Too Short, and freaking Linkin Park, just like a variety of music. You
Yeah,
know?
kind of radio stuff.
Yeah. And then he showed me Pete Rock and Seal Smooth. They reminisce over you, and my mind was just, like I was like, what the hell is this? Like, what is this, man? He's like, bro, just wait. And then he showed me Tribe.
Hell
He showed
yeah.
me. I mean, he showed me everybody. Far Side. Who else, man?
It was
everybody.
anybody you can think of, like
That's the
Eric
golden
B.
era.
Rakim.
Eric B. Rakim,
The early
EPMD,
EPMD.
of course Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang was crazy.
All the classic shit. We were just
Freaking DJ
listening.
Quick.
Hell yeah.
Spice One.
Yeah, and I had gone. I mean, me before all that, before all the classic hip hop and that sound, like I was really just listening to whatever was on the radio and kind of just like little underground shit that was popping at that time. Like this was like 2007 to 2009.
Yeah.
I'm just, I hung out with a lot of older kids, so they were the ones like that were putting the music into my ears,
Yeah.
And it was a lot of Kid Cudi, it was a lot of Mac, it was a lot of
Mac Miller.
Wiz for sure was in rotation all the time, and Drake, Kanye, Lupe Fiasco, and at some point our older cousin Mac G, actually shout out Mac G.
That's a Mac G, man.
He was like, what are you listening to? And I showed him, and it was Drake. It was Drake. Thank Me Later album.
Oh hell yeah.
And he was like, he hit me with the Soulja Boy. He's like, Drake, and I was like, yeah. And he's like, nah, we're cutting that off. We're cutting that off right now.
That's crazy.
So he got my PSP and he just infested it with a bunch of old school West Coast music, like Snoop Dogg, of course. Snoop Dogg, NWA, Eazy-E, Warren G, DJ Quick, and a little bit of East Coast like Biggie and Wu-Tang, MC Breed and Players Club and all these classic records.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I fell in love immediately with the sound of that West Coast hip hop. So from there, I started doing my own research, started hearing more East Coast shit too, and eventually, just like he said, like we started hanging out after school a lot, and it was a lot of just like listening to new music. We're like, oh, I heard this one, and then eventually, he starts coming like, oh, have you heard this? We're just back and forth every time, and there was even like channels on the I don't even remember what it was, what box we had. It was probably Comcast or I don't know what box it was. But there was channels on there, like, at the end of it, and, like, it would just play rap music for, like, all day.
Oh wow.
So
It was like VHS one or something.
No, it was like a square.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
would have, like, even, like, not even an image.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like a black box and then the title of the song.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
know
it
what
would
you
have
mean.
it would have
Yeah.
facts under it, too. It would have little facts.
Yeah.
So that's what we would just have that shit playing just in the back the whole time. We're kicking it every day.
Hell yeah, bro.
And that that must have been what got us really into starting to make it. Because I don't even know how at one point we just started making it. Like, I don't
I'll
know
tell you.
what made him go to that route. But, I mean, for me, I was already writing poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I was a writer always since a youngin'. So that was how, like, my outlet.
Hell yeah.
Eventually, I showed him some stuff, and he's just like, he's the one who told me, he's like, you should rap, bro. And I was like, huh, all right.
Yeah, fuck it. Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So he was writing, and then we were listening, just, how you said, we were listening to music back and forth. And then I remember, I remember when you showed me Flatbush Zombies, just a side note.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know you're going to fuck with this. And it was Eric, the architect, doing like a solo on a MIDI. And I was like, oh, it was like the first time I kind of saw that, and it blew my mind. Anyways, you go down these rabbit holes. This was YouTube, and is when they gave everybody Chromebooks. So we just
Oh.
had internet access all the time. I didn't have a laptop at the time. It was just a Chromebook. We had like a house PC, but so I would just be on YouTube, rabbit holes and rabbit holes just of music.
Yeah.
And then I find Sway interviews,
Yeah.
just like random studio footage of like Jay Dilla, Pharrell, MF Doom. You just find it, right?
Yeah.
And then I come across, I remember this specifically, an interview of John Bellion. You know who John Bellion is?
I don't think so.
He's a pop artist, but he was doing a Sway interview for his album, and he produced Monster for Eminem.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then I was like, oh, I'm like, but I've never heard of this guy. That's such a big song. I'm like,
Mhm.
and then it blew my mind that you can produce something and I'm like, how do I not?
Be low key.
Yeah. And then I started going rabbit holes of his studio sessions, and he's like cracked out, man. I don't know if he does drugs. He says he doesn't, but like his studio sessions, like he just speaks it, and then he does it on the MPC or keys or whatever.
Oh shit.
And I was like, I need to.
He just knows.
I need to do that,
Yeah.
you know. So I wasn't writing or anything, and then I looked up like on Amazon a drum pad. And I thought it looked like MPC. Like, I don't know at this point. You know,
Yeah.
any equipment. So I'm like, oh, that looks like what he has. So I ordered it, and I'm like, all right, now what? And it's like, you got to plug it into a computer because it's just a MIDI controller. And I was like, what the hell is
I think I know which one you got.
The MPD 218.
Yeah.
It's just 16 pads.
Yeah, and the knobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
and then
I
it
used to
came
have
with
one.
Ableton Live Light.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
So I ended up getting a laptop, some cheap like $300 laptop from Walmart. It has a freaking hard disk drive in it and a CD. It's like a super whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It took hours to download Ableton onto it. I got that, and then that's how I started making beats. And then somehow he started rapping on them. And then, yeah.
Was that your first introduction to Ableton when you got your MPD?
Yeah.
You just stuck with it?
I didn't know anything else existed.
Yeah, I feel
You
it.
know? It was just, all right, I got this and I got this. Just pressing buttons. No tutorials. For some I don't know why, bro. I was just like, I'm not going to watch any YouTube tutorials.
I'm going to figure this out.
Exactly. And I did, but it took me forever. And then years, bro. We don't know what the fuck we were doing. We got like a USB mic from Amazon
Yeah.
with like the Phantom Power box. It's hella cheap.
Oh,
and we like hang it in his closet, and we're trying to record.
You just hanging it like?
No, we hang it like through the clothes rack.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then he's like, he record, and then we're like, all right, it sounds like shit, you know? So we're like looking up how to mix. I'm like, okay, an EQ, but it's live light, so you don't get a full EQ. You just get like a 3-channel EQ. And I was
crazy.
like, bro, what's going? Like, it's just.
That's
Oh,
cool
yeah.
though, bro.
Yeah.
It's humbling times, you know.
Yeah, it's
like
fun,
I
man.
remember when I first started, I always wrote too. Like I used to do poetry. Like I went to a Gates school, so they did a lot of extracurricular stuff.
Is that?
Like it's like gifted education, but for like I don't know. You just score a certain test, a certain score on a test, and they put you at a different school with.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they had like art programs and stuff, so we did poetry and all that. So, like I'd always been writing, and then like
They teach you like how to do haikus and stuff.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, and like this, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cool, bro. And we like do clay and all that. Yeah, they don't do that stuff anymore in schools though, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. I know, it's hella sad. We need to start fundraising.
Only thing I remember about like some type of gate program, I remember they did pull me out one time and they had me do a whole bunch of weird shit.
Yeah.
Like they put like headphones on me and they're like, "Do you hear this beep?" And I was like,
that?
"What?"
Yeah.
And then they had to have me like look at shapes and like connect them. Like, how do these connect? I don't even know what the. I just like, I didn't even know I had the memory too. Like until I seen somebody else. Like, yo, anybody ever do this when we were little? And I was like, I did.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
No, bro. That's all I remember was shapes. I think everybody could
Why?
say.
How come nobody can? What kind of shit are they doing to you guys that you guys don't remember?
Hey, they be saying that that's like some like they're trying to see if we're telepathic, bro. Like.
We're indigo children or what?
Yeah, that's really like they're just trying to be like they're just trying like these guys. I don't know something about these kids, right? We gotta make sure that they're not
Yeah.
they're not something we can control.
Exploit. Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta silence
Yeah.
them.
That's crazy though.
Put trackers in us.
And like multiple people don't remember that, like the shapes and stuff.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to bring up sometimes.
I'll go into rabbit holes, bro, with conspiracy.
Nah,
shit.
bro, I feel you. Like you never really know because like of like this whole you know what how the difference between the left brain and the right brain.
Yeah.
So the right brain's more creative and all that stuff, or I don't know which one it is, but the right brain's definitely creative. I don't know if this is depending how you're looking at it, but the left brain, you know, is more like mathematical, straight line, you know, more like fact based, while the right brain's more creative and stuff. So I feel like those tests might be kind of testing which side of your brain is more activated. That's what I always thought, you know, because dealing with shapes and all that stuff sounds more left brain, you know, and I think they're looking for more kids with, I don't know.
Disabilities.
Yeah, probably.
They're just disguising it.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
some type of spectrum, you know.
Right.
But it's crazy though, because like everybody in my friend group like passed, and then like we all went to a new school.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Everybody in your friend group.
Yeah,
That's trippy.
and it was just like, nope, you're gonna be in this class, and there's other kids from other schools, and then we had to take a bus, and
Wow.
yeah, we went from like a school on the north side of Modesto to like a nicer school on like I guess the east side, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's kind of like my introduction to like the poetry and the arts and all that stuff, because they actually had money for it.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope.
But I didn't get into music until, well, I'll tell you what, because you guys mentioned like when you first started hearing that golden era of hip hop, I can say for me, like, because I was listening to like Lil Wayne and other stuff, but it wasn't until like, Eminem. Definitely grew up on Eminem, Lil Wayne, and then my mom's boyfriend at the time when I was in 7th grade put hella Bay Area stuff on our laptop. It was like Too Short, Mac Dre, Keek the Sneak, freaking the Grouch, like random stuff, you know? And yeah, bro, that put me onto the bass stuff. But it wasn't until like my mom's coworker had given her a hard drive of like so much music, all labeled, different genres, different years, different artists, had all the 90s stuff, like damn near all of it. And just going down that rabbit hole and just a hard drive. And then I got our old iPod. Huh? No, like from her coworker, because he collected all this music from like iTunes over the years. Yeah, like the files aren't even MP3s, bro. They're like some other stuff, like a WAC or something. Yeah, I still have the hard drive somewhere, but I haven't cracked it open. But yeah, bro, it was crazy. Like listening to that golden era hip hop didn't really inspire me to like write like raps and stuff until then. So I was like in 8th grade. That's crazy, like that type of music, like how inspiring and like monumental it was, like in the industry, you know, and just to come out and create all of this culture.
I mean, yeah. I mean, influence. I had no idea. You know, I had no idea about any culture of anything when you first hear it, and for some reason, everybody that hears it ends up going down the same rabbit hole.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
You're like, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of something, you know? And then you learn more about like the DJ, the graffiti and all that. And then you're like, wait, this is all happening? And like people are partaking in it, and it's like socially acceptable on some level, you know? But it's also rebellious. Like, you know, and then you go to San Francisco or LA and you see it and you're like, damn, it's real. You know? Yeah,
It's real here, man.
yeah,
It's
bro.
kind of crazy. Not kind of.
It is, bro. I know the Central Valley has a huge culture for it. You know, I talk to people who are DJs and stuff that, you know, been around like for the last, you know, during the hyphy era, and they would tell me stories about how it used to be out in Modesto, and it was lit. Yeah, bro. They had a huge DJ scene, huge graffiti. You know, even in the '80s, you know, break dancers and all that stuff.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot of like little stuff that is before our time that even I'm still learning to this day, because I don't really know too much about the 209 Central Valley music era before us. You know, I know maybe like the last couple of years. That's kind of what I know about Central Valley music or just culture like that. But you know, I'll be hearing stuff that's like, you know, like, oh, Maije used to come turn up the Mainzer and whatnot, and the Jacka came to Atwater to come shoot a video with one of the local rappers, and it's like,
bro.
It's like, what? You know, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
So it's to even see it now at this, like, even looking back and be like, that's what was happening then. I can only imagine now that it feels like everybody's slowly tuning into Central Valley now.
Yeah.
More than like I said, I'm not sure what it was before us, but to what it is now, like I don't see why it's not, if not bigger than how it was before, you know?
No, bro, the Bay Area or the Central Valley has always been a market for the Bay Area. You know, they've always seen us as people who can vibe, and they like, you know, it's not just sell their music to, but people they can actually tap in with. Like even Mac Dre, like he would kick in the north side with a group of people out there, and like they were tapped in. Like he was doing business with them and all that stuff. And yeah, bro, another studio. Shout out to Car Toys, Isaac Kane. I met him back in like 2019, just trying to get a sub for my car, and he started telling me like, oh yeah, like Mac Dre, you know, used to record here, and I was like, for real. And I was kind of didn't believe him at first, you know, because it was just hella random. And he told me they had songs with Mac Dre, and that you know, just like he was one of the last studios he actually recorded in, because he was recording Genie and the Lamp in there, like a few songs or whatever, because he has a poster, you know, for it. So, and then we went in the studio, and it was this like old 2000, you know, early 2000s equipment, like an Avalon, you know, and like just Pro Tools pretty much. And then like an MPC and a
Crazy.
big old keyboard.
MPC 60 or what is it?
I couldn't tell you,
Never
bro.
know?
I didn't know.
It's all good.
But you know those like keyboards they used to sample on that got all those samples? He had one of those ones. The thing like Scott Storch used to use.
Oh, he's got the. Man.
It's like a
I know what
Korg
you're talking
probably. But yeah, bro. And then
ASR 10?
I couldn't tell
It's all
you.
good.
This was
Those things are
2019.
beautiful.
Yeah, bro, it was sick. I think he had a Newman mic too. And I go home and I do my research and I find his songs and I'm like, oh, this was for real. This was legit. And I
Yeah.
tell my homie, he's like, yeah, Isaac Kane, yeah, he's legit. So,
Oh, damn.
Yes, Isaac Kane, if you're watching this, bro, like, yeah, that's lit, bro.
I've always wondered exactly what everybody's perspective on Central Valley is. So to you, what do you think like is the Central Valley culture or the sound? Just in like, you know, I guess culture, sound. What is it to you, Central Valley wise?
Bro, I got asked this one like on another podcast, and like I feel like we're still trying to find our sound, but when we do, I think it's gonna be so diverse. Like, I don't even think it's gonna sound like anything else out, because we have a big like, obviously like Latin community, and so we have a lot of those roots, and I feel like that music is gonna like be very inspirational to that sound, but then also hip hop. You know, I don't want to say like reggaeton because that's like something completely different, but like I would say like a fusion between like hip hop, like any Latin inspired, or even like grassroots rock, like because there's bands out here. There's so many bands out here. Like Flying Blind is a band that blew up out of here. You know, there's another band. I can't think, but they're like older. You know, like 2000s, 90s that kind of came out of here and stuff. So, like, there's so much music out here. The problem is we don't have, like, an industry. We don't have anything institutional really pushing it. And you got to think, like, in L.A. and
Like
the
a
Bay
record
Area.
label you're talking about?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
All that is just funds, right?
it's just funds. It's just money. But you know how much money they throw into, like, garbage?
A lot of money.
A lot of money, bro.
Yeah.
Just to get it in people's face. Yeah. And half the time, that stuff doesn't stick. You know what I mean? That's why they're, copping and blowing on artists on TikTok and stuff. So it's like, you have to put that perspective in when you're trying to feel like why things aren't shaking. But we have social media, and social media is getting stronger and stronger, and that's why content is king, because you're able to reach these audiences, you know. And you got to think like Modesto, maybe the whole Central Valley altogether, from Stockton. Let's not even include Stockton. They got their own thing going. Manteca, all the way to Merced.
Shout out to Joe Martinez from Antigua.
Like, what do you think? Like 1 million people?
Shit.
Less?
Well, because
Way less? Because
Nah.
Modesto's 200.
200.
That's probably the
Atwater's
biggest.
like 170.
Really?
Yeah. If not, it's 217.
I mean, Stockton's 300.
Then yeah.
So this includes Stockton.
Yeah. I feel like Stockton's like way kind of divided from Central Valley.
Yeah, because they're more like closer to Sac. And not even way. I feel like they're our own culture, because you got to think like a
Yeah.
lot of people from the Bay Area moved to Stockton because the industry, like, you know, they have the Delta River and with a lot of shipments and shipping and all that stuff. So a lot of people go from Oakland to Stockton. So there's a lot of love right there, you know. I feel like Stockton's culture is way different from like Modesto's and the rest of the Central Valley.
Definitely.
You know, and I really like Stockton. I think Stockton is honestly a beautiful city. Like, they have the old buildings. Like, you're not gonna go anywhere else in the Central Valley, maybe Sacramento, but like that has that old Victorian vibe. That's like from the 1800s, because it was a port city. You know, so
interesting.
they had a lot of commerce and all that economy right there to really build up. So I think they have their own culture because of that and other roots and stuff. But back to like the population, like less than 1 million people in this area. You know, how many people are in the Bay Area, how many people in LA? Those are markets, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do we connect those markets to the Central Valley? You know? And I think that's one thing, is that we don't have any like serious like pull where it's like, okay, you're serious about your craft. We're gonna do this run, you know, and just
Like who's gonna do a run? Like a
just
famous
any
artist?
any
Oh, okay.
artist, you know. But it's at the end of the day, bro. It's all about connections and stuff. I know people you probably never even heard of that like brought out Pitbull
Yeah.
and brought out all these different artists and stuff, you know, and they're just living regular lives, you know. And I think that's what Modesto and the Central Valley is kind of like, is a getaway from the big city chaos, you know. And I remember like another time way back thinking like because so many people were like, oh, we can put on the Central Valley, this and that, and I'm like so for that. But like at the end of the day, like people are moving to the Central Valley to get away from that, you know. And I don't know, it's a tough question. And if we were to have a serious sound, I think it'd be so diverse, but also reflective of how regular people are living.
Yo, that's true.
Wait,
It's just regular people living.
When you say
Real
that, when
life
you say
raps.
that,
Real life raps,
it
dude.
definitely puts it into perspective of how diverse the Central Valley is, because
Yeah.
there's so many people right here. As I was saying, with you saying that, I think it does open up my mind a little more to it being so diverse. And just like you said, everybody's getting away from everything and coming here. And it's crazy because you see, like, growing up, you see, like, everybody like, bro, how did you even find this area to come here? Like, why are you here from all the way over there? But it's a lot of, it's like the living is what it is. And it's like I said, so diverse, and everybody gets to tell their story. You got the punk rock kids, you got the street rappers, you got more conscious rappers who are just wanting to speak on maybe stuff that they can't really express themselves in a more, I guess, environment to speak on it, you know, with other people. And the music, like you said, lifestyle is just, everybody's life is so lively.
Yeah.
Everybody's lives are in it.
And a lot of people are like moving out here to get away from high rent, you know, gangs, violence, drugs. Like, I mean, we still have that here, but it's not to the scale that like people are really struggling, like in the trenches and stuff. Like,
Hopefully it doesn't get to that.
yeah, bro. Like, I hope it doesn't either, you know. And that's the joy of a smaller community, is that you're able to have the more control over those factors. Because, like, you know, in LA, you think about how many people are a part of that government, you know. Out here, it's probably a smaller number, smaller districts, you know.
Probably run into them at Walmart, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
You know, they're more mindful, you know.
Yeah.
Like, even like in the West Side where I work, you know, it's a poorer community, but like I see new sidewalks being built, you know. I don't know how many other people can say that in other parts of bigger cities, and maybe there are. I'm not outside like that, but at least I can see something positive happening, you know, where there's at least a roundabout, you know, being put in a busy section of a street that's, you know, got a lot of, you know, drug addicts and, you know, the homeless community out there, you know. So I don't know. It's definitely a different perspective coming from like these bigger cities and bigger markets.
Yeah.
And even going to Europe, bro, like you look at those cities are clean. You compare them to San Francisco and LA, you're like, damn.
I never been. You been to Europe?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you were just out there, huh?
Yeah. Paris was a little dirty, I'm not gonna lie, but London was like really clean.
You do
really
DJ
nice.
sets out there?
Nah, I
Just
will.
vacation?
I will one day.
Yeah.
One day. Yeah, I was just vacation.
That's nice.
You
Yeah.
seen the touristy spots of it?
Yeah, bro.
All of them? Yeah.
London was sick. I really liked London more than I thought I would. I feel like London would be more like New York would be, and I've never been in New York, but it kind of had that vibe. It was like real like cloudy, rainy, kind of like a Seattle like atmosphere. But the city was like super modern, super nice with all this old stuff around. You know, there's a river right there. We had a really nice Airbnb. We stayed in a nice area too, you know. And obviously when we went to Paris and came back, we stayed in another side of town called like Camden Town. It was a little bit more rougher, so it was a little bit different perspective. But it was like kind of comparing it like staying on Union Street in San Francisco compared to like Haight-Ashbury.
Yeah.
So like the last place we stayed was more like Haight-Ashbury, more like hippie, like diverse and a little
Okay.
rougher.
Okay.
So like it was cool to see both sides of London. And then in Paris, man, Paris is a vibe, bro. There's so many people, like a lot of people. Like we're walking and, you know, and they don't start partying until like midnight, really. People don't
What?
pop out till
When
11
do
or
they
12
stop?
o'clock. 6 a.m.,
I've heard of this. 4 a.m.
4 a.m. or 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Like I went to a rave, like a techno rave, because I like dance music and all the EDM stuff. I went to a techno rave and that shit didn't end until 6. I left at like 4 though. You know,
Yeah.
5.
Leave when the sun comes up. That's so crazy.
I did that in Barcelona. So the year before, I got invited to a wedding, and that was in Italy. So I stopped in Barcelona just to party, pretty much.
Nice.
That's like I was like, yeah, they got a good music scene out there. Let's see what's up. I show up to the club around like 10 or 11 o'clock. They're like, we don't open till like 12:30.
What?
It was like 12 or 1. I don't remember. And I was like, fuck it. So I just walked back to my like hostel I was staying at and just took like an hour
What's
nap.
a hostel?
A hostel? It's like
Yeah.
where you share rooms with other people.
Whoa.
It's like
How was
dorms.
that? You were alone?
No, I was with other people.
Oh, okay.
But they're hella chill, bro. If you find the right one, like a lot of them just feel like college dorms.
Okay.
And like I think this one had 8 beds. And yeah, bro, it was everyone there is pretty nice and they're all foreigners. Like everyone, like you meet somebody from Greece. I met this girl from France or from Paris and met another 2 girls from like New Jersey and another guy from Ireland and his girlfriend was from Brazil, like all in my dorm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, a guy from China or India, you know. So, you know, I go back to my hostel or I go back around 1. By the time I got out, the sun was out and I was like, I was faded. I started talking to somebody and I started realizing I was slurring. I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Bro, I just slept until 1 the next day. The girls from Jersey came in. They were like being all loud and they're like, we lost our phone in the water. Like, because they went down to the beach after the club.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, hey, come here. Give me some water. And she's like,
Oh, man.
you need water? Yes. From the sink? Yes, I don't care. I was down bad. I was struggling. I had a tattoo appointment. I missed it.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was like my only real like full day in Barcelona. But it was fine. I'll go back. It was worth it.
That sounds like fun. It
Yeah.
sounds like that sounds for sure something to experience at least once on some 12:30 to 4 a.m. shit.
No, we got to do it, man.
That's a vibe.
No, yeah.
What is food like out there in both Barcelona and did you eat in Barcelona? I don't know. I don't even know if you ate. You know, I know how it is. Like you go out. Sometimes you just don't even eat.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you're just,
yeah,
You're just there to
definitely.
party.
No, some people, yeah, people fucking, you know, pop them, you know, little Tic Tac and call it a day, you know. They're out here running on fumes. No, bro, the food, okay, so like Spain, their portions are a lot smaller. They eat a lot of like cured meats and stuff, and like, you know, a lot of the foods that we eat in America aren't even legal in Europe because of the chemicals and products.
Gang shit. Nice
They
shit.
make the same products, but for Europe.
Oh, they make them healthier.
They don't make them healthier. They just take the shit that kills you out.
Then why would they even? Oh, whatever. Let's go.
Yeah,
ahead.
why
No,
not
no.
just make them for us?
Yeah.
Like, because they make more money off
Cheaper.
Americans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all them red dyes, them yellow dyes, all that shit's causing cancer. You know what I mean?
I seen the Fruity Loops from over there.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
have you
bro.
seen that?
No,
The
no.
Fruity
you know, our
Loops is
Fruity
like
Loops have hella color, right?
Uh-huh.
Their Fruity Loops look like they,
Like Cheerios.
basically like a very light colored.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fruity
they're
Loops.
not colorful at all.
Yeah.
It's all them food dyes, bro.
So what'd you eat over there?
Fruity Loops. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, shit, let me think about it. I had I can't really pronounce it right, but like paella,
Mm-hmm.
like the like rice. It's like a Spanish dish rice and like seafood in it, clam, like shrimp. It's like a risotto almost, so it's a little creamy. That was fire. Then I had like a leg of lamb or something, like a lamb. It was like a braised lamb. That was pretty good, and then you get little cheeses and stuff. You know, it's real like small. Well, the lamb wasn't small, but like that was all it came with. That and potatoes. And then like another day, I had like the salmon. It was so good. All the things are fresh, and like a tomato soup, it's like cold with
Oh.
olive oil,
Okay.
so it's like really refreshing. You know, so they do stuff like that. And then the beer out there, they have different beers. Like, you know how we have like Estrella Jalisco? Well, they have like their own Estrella, where it's like a bunch of different variation, but it's a lager too, and like that's all they drink out there.
Mm.
And when I went to that club that night, it was like $20. You get, yeah, it's like $20-something, and you get like 2 free drinks.
What?
Yeah. So you can
buy
get
one
two
drink, you
two
get
shots or 2 beers.
Really? Okay.
And people get a shot and a beer.
Oh,
Hell yeah, that's
to
like
get faded,
that's double what you get here already.
bro. Yeah.
what? Like triple, like $20?
20,
I guess, yeah.
A
And
shot's
this
like
club
what,
was
14
sick.
bucks at most?
So you get one shot and additional, or is it $20 for one or two?
You get 2 drinks. You
For
can
20
pick a
bucks.
beer or a shot
Oh, okay.
or both.
I
Or
thought you were
vice-
saying you buy one for $20 and they give you 2 free. But nah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
no,
huh?
no.
Yeah.
No, it's like it comes with the ticket.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah. So it was worth it, bro. I was tripping. I was like, man, we're gonna be here all night. And it's like 4 stories. You know, the downstairs is more house, reggaeton, electronic. Upstairs is more hip hop. They're doing like remixes. This is when Not Like Us was big, and everyone's listening to it. Like for the like Pretty Fresh, it's like a month-old song at that time. And then there's like another floor, more stuff. Like it was crazy.
Were they going crazy for that? Or like what's the
Yeah, they were going crazy. There was
how,
like,
how are the people like, you know, how's the culture there like in terms of, you know, your club and you're seeing these people react to this music
Yeah.
as a DJ too, like
Mhm.
how are you seeing that? How are you receiving that?
It's just crazy how far music can go, and it made me start thinking bigger than the United States. It made me start thinking bigger. Well, it started making me think bigger than California, just how far music can travel, let alone Americans, and then to the world. Like, because they're majority of the time, Europeans are listening to American music. They're listening to pop, they're listening to rock, they're listening to freaking rap, R&B, everything. And it's crazy to hear that much music. The other thing I hear the most is like Afro beats. That's really popular. And then obviously reggaeton and like Latin music. So those 3 like areas, like that's all you really will hear. So, and that club I went to that first night was more like, it was different, you know what I mean? It was more like, more diverse. You had a lot of people from the States there, so there's already a lot of Americans there. But there's other people from other country like England and all this other stuff. So the second night I went was more of like an actual nightclub where it was more like, felt like Palladium, you know, or a fancy social club, you know. That was more like bottle service and all this type of stuff. And they were playing like pretty much just like the top hits, you know. And that was pretty cool too, because they're playing like the Afro beats and then the hip hop. But it's so different, you know, because like they're not gonna play Bay Area shit out there.
I was about to ask. So it's like worldwide top hits they're playing there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like you're not gonna hear Bay Area music out there, unless it's like a stupid popular song.
E40.
Yeah, like but I'd be surprised if I heard that. Like the one song I did hear that I can say that stood out to me that we hear all the time out here was Soak City.
Okay.
You know, 310 Baby. So like that was when I heard that I was like, okay. But you know, they're playing like I Don't Fuck With You, like
Yeah.
they were playing like just like pretty much the big hits. But it was like it was good. It was well curated for people from all over.
Right, it makes sense. If it's worldwide people, you don't want to get too niche.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Especially in the most popular nightclubs in Europe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Spain is like that place,
Mhm.
or at least Barcelona. You know, so yeah, bro, that whole experience like hella opened me up to like just seeing how diverse music can go and far. Even when I went the year before that, I went to another wedding in Turkey.
What?
Yeah.
You just have a bunch of foreign friends, or
Yeah, no.
or do all your friends are like, you know what?
They just got.
We're gonna get married in Brazil.
Yeah, bro. I'll be sick. I'm trying to go to Brazil. Anybody trying to take me to Brazil? Nah, bro. Yeah. So when I was starting to do, like, one of the first clubs I started DJing at was called Cedar Hookah Lounge. And they gave me a lot of opportunity to just do whatever I want. So I was doing paint nights with my boy Sanjay Betta and doing, like, basically just playing, DJing. Excuse me. So just DJing and all that other stuff. And, like, bro, it was crazy. Like, then I was like, let me start doing rap shows. Like, might as well. Like, no one else is doing it right now, you know?
Where is this at?
Cedar Hookah Lounge was in Modesto off of the freeway on H Street.
Okay.
So it's kind of away from downtown. And, you know, we just started doing these shows, and I did it a certain way where I was like, you know, everybody gets, like, 2 songs, and we just keep it pushing. I think it was, like, 2 or 3 songs. And it was cool, bro. I had SB James there out for the first time. You know, my boy Dre. Like, we started having a bunch of other artists just show up. And, you know, just keep it real simple, like 3-5 artists at the most. And then we started doing a verses towards the end where it was like you just go back to back playing a song. That was pretty fun. And then we did one big show called WAP Fest, and unfortunately one of the artists had passed away. Rest in peace, Newport Godley. But you know, that ended up being the last show, and that was like one of the biggest ones. But yeah, they invited me to their wedding. The owner invited me to her wedding, and I was like, when else am I gonna do this?
Right.
I don't know anybody else that's gonna be able to, you know, that's gonna be doing that. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
took the chance. That was my first time leaving the country.
That was Turkey?
It was 2023,
Okay.
and that was crazy, bro, because they speak Turkish and Arabic.
Whoa, combined.
Yeah,
Or
it's
not.
either or.
Okay.
Either or. Yeah, not
That'd be crazy.
their own language.
Yeah.
No, bro, it was so different because, like, you know, you travel across the world, and, you know, this is close to the Middle East somewhat, and, you know, the main religion is, like, Islam, and so you get a lot of voices that are, like, negative and superstitious and pretty racist, you know, just being like, oh, you're going to Turkey, this and that, like, well, you know, just saying shit.
Really? That's interesting.
Just because we're out, the people.
Oh,
like,
people here are talking about.
yeah,
Okay.
at
okay.
work,
I
you
get
know, like, hey, I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks. Turkey, what are you gonna do out there? Like, you're gonna get, like, you know, your hair done because they do a lot of hair transplants, you know. But bro, I tell you what, that is one of the most beautiful cities. So it's called Istanbul, and it used to be like the second capital of the Roman Empire
Whoa.
until like the Ottomans took it over, and then the Ottoman Empire fell, and then now it's the Turkish Republic or whatever. But bro, you would be surprised at how, like, not different people are from across the world.
Mm.
Like, people are more similar than they are different. The only difference is these social norms and, like, obviously, like, religious backgrounds. But, bro, human beings are the same things. They enjoy the same music. They enjoy the same dancing. They do all the stuff the same thing, just in a different way. Like, I met this one guy, and he's, like, I could consider him a friend because, like, we connected so well. And, like, we grew up on the same cartoons, the same 90s cartoons, the same music, like, all that stuff. Never met, live on the other side of the world. You know? And it's just crazy, like, that shows you how powerful the music is overseas. Like, I was in a cafe, and there's this, like, young girl in there. She's working, and she's playing music, and she's playing Limp Bizkit Behind Blue Eyes. Like, in Turkey. Like, I don't know if you heard that song, but it's a random Limp Bizkit song that's not him screaming and yelling. Like, it's just, like, a really smooth song, you know? But, like, it's crazy, like, to see, like, people, music taste, like, really isn't that different from out here. And if anything, they like the more niche stuff from artists, you know? And, yeah, bro, I suggest anybody to travel, like, around the world to any place because it really does change your mind. And having that, what is it called? Like, international exposure is so good for the brain and the mind, and to understand cultures on a different level. Because, I mean, I was in California my whole life. I've probably been to a couple other states. I've been to the South. That's probably about it. That's the only different type of culture I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So it's like, to go from that experience to, like, Turkey is fucking nuts.
Yeah, that is crazy.
You know, and people have Honda Civics slam down, slapping without me. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing different, bro. In Turkey, yeah.
That's crazy.
A slammed out Honda Civic in Turkey, bro.
That's a fucking hard ass album title. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
That's sick.
Yeah, so I don't know if that answered the question, but that
I
was.
don't even know what the question.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But I mean, I still.
I think you asked, like, how, like, different, like, the music.
Oh, culture, music. Yeah. Okay, it answered. It answered.
So, like, I don't know, bro. I don't feel like it was that much different.
Like,
Maybe
we're not so different after all.
No,
type
bro, we
shit.
really not. And matter of fact, I feel like a lot of people look the same.
What do you mean?
Like, bro, in Turkey, I look at, like, some of these, like, old Assyrian, Turkish, you know, gentlemen, and I'm just like, man, you look like hella people I know back home. You know what I mean? That aren't Turkish or Assyrian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they just look like somebody you know? Or even if you meet, like, somebody that you click with and you're like, oh, you remind me of a girl back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, human beings are that, like, I feel like that's similar.
Mm-hmm.
At least with the people you like. I don't know about the people you don't like.
Right.
But I'm sure we all have met people we don't like that are, like, you meet people just like them.
Mm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I guess
I agree. I do. It's like a lot of times, even just going out to different cities out here in California, it's a lot of like I feel like, dude, this is just him. This is just him, but over here.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Straight
exactly.
up. It's like the same like personalities almost, but like different.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like every job I've worked, it's been the same personality types, just
Bro.
different people.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Bro. If you ever worked in like different places and you're just like, this is like the same story.
You
Just
know
different
exactly what
toilet.
they're gonna do. I'm like, I already know you, dude. I don't know you, but I know you.
I know your whole life.
It's crazy because they act the same. Like
Yeah.
like kind of like the same perspective on life and what they speak on. You know,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah, bro. That's like some crazy human psychology. Like we're all literally just like, we're all simple, but you know.
Gang shit.
Yeah. There's a conspiracy behind that, I'm sure, but
I'm sure. Let me see if I
Social
know
engineering.
anybody. Nah, I can't think of one. But I know it's like that saying where everybody's just you, like everybody's the same person, just in a different angle, you know what I mean?
We're all reflections of each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I highly believe in that. You know, we all come from the same thing at the end of the day. Whether, no matter what people believe in, all religions kind of like say the same thing, but we all come from the same source. You know, it's like we're just experiencing life
Real shit.
one day at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of us make beats. Some of us farm beats. You know.
Yeah. Some of us type beats.
Some of us type beats.
Nah, that's crazy. So yeah, man. Yeah, you guys should go travel.
I mean, hopefully one day, man.
Yeah,
if I get married, I'll
trying.
invite you guys.
Please do, please. I'll take. I'll just like you took that chance to go out the country. I'll take that first chance if that comes
Yeah.
on.
Oh, bro, that'd be sick.
You're gonna get married out the country?
I'll have to.
Okay.
Gotta one up everybody.
Oh shit, where you gonna go?
I don't know, 2 countries.
Oh shit! The reception in one, and then the party in another.
He's gonna get on the border of 2 countries, just standing in between them.
Just
That's
on the.
that's unheard of right there.
I'll just get 2 wives.
Oh shit! There you go.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Nah. Nah, but it's definitely a great experience, man. And it changes music for sure, especially as a DJ. And I don't know if you guys listen to dance music or electronic music at all.
A little bit,
I
very
enjoy it, but
very niche selection
Yeah.
of EDM type of music.
I'm the same way. Like, I have to listen to a certain type. Even when I go out and the DJs are playing certain stuff, I'll be like, I like that song. I didn't like the rest, you know?
Yeah.
I'm very picky. So when I DJ, I have a hard time because I'm like, I can't find songs I like. But, dude, out there, I don't know. They got that shit down to a science, bro. I can listen to dance music, house music out there all day. It's so much better. And my friend, he told me that, like, Europe is, like, 5 years ahead of America in dance music. And
whoa.
I believe it.
that's how established that culture is.
I fuck with like K Tronado, where it's kind of like a neo soul fusion
Yeah.
with.
I saw him
Dance.
in Barcelona.
Oh yeah, damn. How was that?
It was crazy. I'll tell that story real quick. I missed my flight in Italy. I booked that shit hella early. It was an hour drive back to the airport. I didn't realize that when I booked everything. So I missed my flight because I overslept. Missed the shuttle by a minute, pretty much. And I was like, well, might as well go back to Barcelona. I went back for like a night, and there was a music festival, the biggest music festival in Spain.
Wow.
And it's called Sonar, and it's like a all weekend thing, day and night. And it started at 12 at this one place and ended at 7 a.m. And yeah, K Tronado was there. So I went, and before K Tronado was gone, bro, I saw this crazy, like, back-to-back 2 DJs, just back-to-back, playing some crazy techno, like, drum and bass, like, mashups. And it honestly made me fall in love with the music. I was like, wow, this is so different. And we're in a convention center. This is the biggest convention center I've, like, well, I don't want to say the biggest, but it's huge.
Yeah.
For hearing live music, it's like a big-ass warehouse, you know? Like, think of them big-ass Amazon ones, like that big. And that was crazy. And then I went to this other section at this other stage, and it was like reggaeton music, and that was sick. And this one artist, she was hella sick. And then I went to K Tronado. Bro, there was nobody there.
What?
Like, there was people there.
Yeah, but compared.
But in the middle.
Oh,
Nobody was in the front.
Interesting.
Did you go to the front?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to fight somebody to get to the fight or to the front. To the front, bro. In America, I saw Kate Trinata. My friend, shout out to Veronica. She took me to Kate Trinata, like the first weekend of June, and like, bro, we couldn't even get in the middle of the crowd. We were in the very back.
Yeah.
No way, bro. I'm telling you, I had access to the whole front in front of the subs. Nobody cares about the DJs there. I mean, they care, but they're there for the music.
Yeah.
And that changed my perspective on music and how I'm listening, because we faced the DJs, but back in the 90s and 80s, sometimes the DJs weren't on the stage. Sometimes they were, but they would be hidden. Because what do you need to look at the DJ for?
Right, he's just playing records.
Yeah, he's just playing recorts. You're here to listen,
That's
not look.
That's interesting, yeah.
And so that kind of, maybe he wasn't as popular out there. Like I was talking to this one girl right next to me, and she was like a journalist. So she was at the front. So that was pretty cool. But other than that, bro, there wasn't very many people up front. Everybody was kind of like congregated in the middle.
Just like mingling.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, bro, people really just are here for the music. They don't care about, can I get to the front and record this? You know? So maybe it's just at night. Maybe he wasn't as popular, but I don't know. There's no way that's happening out here.
Nah, hell no. He was in, where's the Sacramento?
Yeah, it was in Sacramento. It was packed.
Packed, dude.
Packed. You couldn't go anywhere, bro. It was sick, though. It was still good because you just need to listen to the music. What do you need to look at him for?
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything crazy.
Like,
if he does a backflip, you're going to see it on Instagram.
right.
If
Better
it's that
quality.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, bro. Yeah, it's different, man. It's different out there. So, y'all got a tape coming up.
We got an album coming up.
Album.
Yeah, a whole album. But you guys been dropping songs in, like every week for the last few weeks, right?
So those songs have already been out, but we've been
The music videos.
The music videos is what we've been going. You know, I've shot those a while ago, and then they were kind of just sitting there because, you know, like other shit comes up, and like me and him are always meeting together and trying to get the next motion going.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're not already in motion, like we're figuring out what's to do next. So a lot of that was kind of just on the back burner. Didn't necessarily touch it until it was time to start coming around to releasing the album, the rollout for that. So I was like, okay, let me do these real quick, you know. But even before that, yeah, we was dropping. We just like dropping music, you know. I think he thinks similar. I could be speaking for myself, but like I just like just dropping music, being able to just drop music, because it's like, I mean, has no purpose right here, just sitting on my computer.
Yeah. Was there a time that you used to hold on to the music?
Man.
Or you guys always just been
Not
like
even,
that?
bro. Not even really.
We did hold it because we always wanted to do something grand for
That's
our
true.
releases. So
Yeah.
we never dropped as soon as we were done. It was always like, let's build it up. Let's
Yeah.
do other shit around it. Let's make it an experience. Let's make it a movie.
Yeah.
And so we did hold on to music for a
I
lot.
was thinking back in SoundCloud, we're just dropping hella.
Yeah, like when break starting, yeah, it was always like, okay, what's
Yeah.
next? What's next?
Yeah.
But like we got to a point where it was just like, okay, let's do this. And then it's supposed to come out next month, but we got way more ideas now, so it's going to come out in 2 months. And a lot of it was we were just holding the music back, holding it hostage,
Yeah.
just trying to do a multi-level experience that everybody can be like, oh, I didn't just listen to the album. I was there. I experienced it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always been a big part. When we do make EPs, it's like, but we have a radio. If you listen to all our like big albums, there's concepts, or not even concepts, but just a journey, a narration, a story, and like overall arc to it.
Yeah.
And this one specifically, it was funny because when we made this one, it's volume 3. We made volume 1 and 2 and dropped them, was the plan. And then we're going to combine volume 1 and 2, make volume 3, and drop it.
Yeah.
That was the plan. Didn't happen. We're supposed to, like, fucking December, January? Like,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be,
Yeah.
this was supposed to be done. We were supposed to get this off our plate months ago.
Yeah.
And then we kept making new songs. We're like, oh shit, what if we take out these songs from the other 2, keep these ones, and now we have a new 4, and now we have like a full album. And then like, okay. And then I'm like, hold on, what if It's called Frequent Flyers, Volume 3.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, what if? Should I spoil it? I'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Go ahead. Let's do it.
What if we make it like an airline?
Oh, okay.
Like it's an experience.
Yeah.
I won't give out there's a story in there, but I won't give it out. But it's like that, and we got all our homies. We got, I'll say you guys will know when you're here. We got Ace, Drew, Aztec, Dubtown Rob, God's Work, my fiance. We wrote down the script.
Yeah.
We recorded everybody. We mixed it all together and we sequenced it. And I'm like, okay, now it's an album. And then
sick.
I was like, I have this beat tape ready, and I was like, hold on, what if I write a script for my beat tape and make it a prequel to the album? And we're like, oh, yes, let's do it.
That's hard.
And then he's like, hold on, I got a tape with, I won't say who, I got a tape with blank. And he's like, what if this is a prequel to your beat tape? And then the beat tape goes with the album.
Yeah, bro,
And
that's
then-
sick.
so
You guys
now-
just got shit you can like just really piece together some narratives
Yeah,
to like build on top of each other.
yeah.
That's the best way to do it, bro. Just sitting on the content and then being strategic.
So yeah, that's what happened this time, and now we're in July.
We're in motion right now.
We're in motion.
The motion has started.
The plan has started.
Yeah, bro, I see it.
We can't say who your tape is with, right?
Yeah. Okay. So my tape is Thank You for Your Patience. Is the title of it, and it's with the homie Surgeon LD. He's from
That's a
Atwater,
Surge.
California too.
It's Surge.
Very talented lyricist.
Yeah.
He's my favorite rapper in terms of bars,
Imagery.
story. Just he's damn near
Top tier, man.
just like you just gotta listen.
just gotta
to
hear
You
it,
just gotta
huh?
hear it.
Yeah.
You just gotta hear it. It's as simple as this. It's really, it's on some hip hop, as hip hop as it gets. He's really dope, talented artist, and we've known him forever. Like
Yeah.
he's probably the first one that I met that was doing music as well, because we all went to high school together. I didn't necessarily I seen him, just like everybody else. I seen them, but I didn't really talk to nobody like that until after the music started.
Yeah.
And we got connected with him. Very talented artist. We're doing our tape together, and then his beat tape as well. That with the album, we're all planning to drop all that August.
15th.
August
By the time you see
15th.
this, it'll
By
be
the
out.
time you see this, I don't know if y'all will hear the album already or be getting ready to come to the release party.
Right.
SlowBurnCrew's.
At Cienojos.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be his project, my beat tape, which is 12 tracks,
Yeah.
and the album, which is 12 tracks.
So is it dropping like
all at once.
all at once?
Yes.
Dang. Okay.
All the gurus say,
Drop the singles first and then hype up the album and then drop the singles and then do
Nah,
the
yeah.
videos, right? Drop the singles.
and you know what, man? This whole time we haven't been going by any gurus or anything.
No, yeah, guys, like that's exciting. So like a beat tape, and then your project, and then you guys' Frequent Flyers project.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. How many years of content is that all together? Do you think?
Years?
Damn. Okay. All right.
Or is this just
Alright.
you
No,
made
this
this
is
in the
probably
last
like
year?
this is probably like
Since January?
January. This everything we have right now
Years?
since we probably started maybe 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
You made this much content in 2-3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Because sometimes people sit on stuff, for like, not like years, but like.
Like you're talking about promo stuff?
No,
Or-
not even promo. Like, just like the song. Like, oh, I've had this song for a while. This fits here. Like,
what's
you know
the
what I mean?
oldest song on the album? Maybe a year?
They're honestly all new.
Yeah.
There's no old ones on there because they
Yeah.
they came out when they were made.
Exactly.
That's
But
awesome.
like I guess the oldest one made, not even a year.
DTST, that was not even a year ago.
Not even a year, yeah. So they're all less than a year old. And the most recent ones we added, not a few months old,
Hell yeah. No, that's sick. Cause I ask, cause like, you never know. Like some artists will sit on stuff and then, like, it's just, I wasn't feeling it, but now like I have this project idea. It fits perfectly in there,
Yeah.
So that's why I asked that. But that's crazy, man. You guys are pumping out a lot of content. I mean, I always think the more you have a team. I mean, you guys work together all the time, and like you guys bounce all these ideas. Do you find it easier to make music together, or is it like just a different vibe when you guys are by yourselves?
Yeah, it's
So it's a different vibe when we're by ourselves because it's like experimenting.
Yeah.
It's like me and him, we took all our years creating, experimenting together. So nowadays when we create together, it's more like we know what to do and how do we just do it a little different.
Yeah.
So it does come like, it's a little harder because we're all like, what do we do now that we haven't done already?
Yeah.
How could we approach the sound a little different but still remain authentic? As opposed to when we're just creating for ourselves, at least I speak for myself, I just, it's just like a lot of experimenting, hearing what
Yeah.
works and hearing what doesn't, what I just sounds pleasing to me. And it's like me personally, when I'm not recording with him, I feel like more inclined to experiment with my voice,
Mhm.
and that probably just has to do with like just another person being there and just that like human feeling of just being like
Yeah, for sure.
perceived. So it's different in that aspect, but I'll let him take it from there.
Like you said, for both of us, it's easy. When we're like, all right, let's make some shit. We make some shit, right? Not some shit. You know what I mean? But for me,
Mhm.
for me personally, I feel like I'm very much in the artist development phase because I haven't been writing as long as him.
Okay.
He's been writing and rapping as long as I've been producing, but I just started writing and rapping like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm still finding where does my tone and where does my like I guess soul sit? What kind of music would I want to make?
Yeah.
That like feels fulfilling to me, So right now, my personal music, it's very much just like genres, like subgenres of rap, just like switching. Like, all right, where's my lane
Mhm.
that I feel comfortable in?
Yeah, bro. I mean, 2 years it's really not a lot of time to kind of like find your voice.
Yeah,
Your voice has been through other mediums such as producing,
exactly.
and that's a whole nother form of expression. So they be able to find the right words and format it like that's a whole nother skill.
And then like I feel like, sorry, I started producing as my form of expression
Mm-hmm.
because I couldn't say what I could express
Yeah.
or write what I could express. So when I decided to start writing, it was like a whole nother mental hurdle to get through. I'm like, okay, now you have to actually talk about how you
Yeah.
feel and like kind of express it in a rhythmic way. And that was a whole hill to
Yeah,
get
bro.
over.
Yeah, I feel it, bro. Even now, like I really haven't been writing or rapping like really at all the last few months. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy, but I still am able to make beats, and it's like sometimes that's all I know how to express myself because it's hard for me to think of words right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm up all day talking to the little kids and stuff. Like I don't want to say anything right now, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to press some buttons and zone out.
Yeah.
So I totally understand, bro. But that's cool that you're recognizing that as like, okay, this is where I need to go, or this is where I want to go, and then like, it's gonna take some time
Yeah.
because, bro, artist development happens. It never stops.
Exactly.
People think like, oh, you do artist development now they're as big as this person. No, bro. If you aren't growing, you're, I don't want to say dying, but if you're not growing, you're dying, pretty much. That's metaphorically, but like it's true. Like if you're not growing in anything, not just music, not just art, but in life, like what are you doing? Are you living?
Yeah.
We're here for a reason. So, that's like, gotta always keep, finding ways. Even you probably do the same thing with production. You're always trying to stay inspired.
Man, it's gotten harder. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just like it's been almost 10 years. So, and then like a lot of in the beginning of falling in love was like, oh, how do I do this? Like, how do I
Yeah.
even maneuver Ableton? But like everything feels like the back of my hand now. So it's like now I'm really pushing on learning instruments
Yeah.
because it felt like that was the next hurdle to get through.
Mhm.
I understand the technology side, so I'm like, what am I missing in my production? Like real, in my opinion, like just like raw music. I feel like, ooh, that'd be sick if
Yeah.
I could implement that.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I mean, I hear your beats and stuff with all the samples and the instruments. I hear like, yeah, you start learning how to play instruments or just finding people who know how to play instruments.
Yeah.
And using them in the studio. Like I forgot what it was. It was like Dr. Dre in the studio with all these musicians, and together they make the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Without Dr. Dre, they're just musicians.
Right. They could probably play some dope stuff too, but
yeah, they probably could.
But he's got the vision.
Yeah, but they're not gonna make what Dre did, you know, because
Yeah.
he's directing it and writing it and, you know, orchestrating it.
Exactly.
You need to watch this one interview I seen with Tyler the Creator. It's really recent. I think I saw it on Instagram, posted on YouTube. I don't know why they're trying to get all inspirational now, but he talked about Cherry Bomb, his album Cherry Bomb, and he said it like he was so shocked when everybody didn't receive it well compared to his other albums, and he realized that he was doing all this cool stuff, all these features and that, and you should watch it for more details, you know, but he said that he realized that he had to learn how to, you know, film, like score, and actually know how to structure songs and do things, you know, like that fail, not really a fail, but whatever that was, Cherry Bomb, like pushed him to go harder and learn that, oh, I need to learn this, you know. So even like, bro, even the top artists go through those phases where they hit that wall and you just got to pivot, you know?
Right. Yeah, because I don't want to quit. It's not like you want to quit. It's like I need to find the next,
Yeah.
what's the next thing in this area that I can have
Yeah.
fun with, you know?
I feel it. Did you ever feel like that with writing sometimes? Do you ever get like writer's block?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily writer's block, just because I feel like I could always write something,
Yeah.
but doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna always write everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like right now at the moment I'm in, I do want to take my time with what I'm saying. You know, I've been doing it for, like you said, we've been doing it for 10 years already almost. So I really want to take my time with my words and make sure that I conduct myself in a way I haven't before. And if it is the same type of subject or not, okay, then how are you approaching it now
Mm-hmm.
with the mentality you have now as opposed to how long ago you did before? And usually if I'm not feeling like writing, then I just got to let life ride a little bit. You gotta let life ride, you know,
Yeah. Go through experiences.
go
and
through
stuff.
experiences and take everything in life, just fucking blow up everything that happens in life. And because like I said, I was already writing my stuff down just as like, that was how I expressed myself.
Yeah.
And so I let life build up, and I just try to really explore the emotions, not necessarily the moment, but the emotions that I was feeling in that moment,
Yeah.
and bring it into the raps and whatnot. But with all the experience and whatnot, the most easiest thing to really keep creating music, like both of us together at least, is letting him do what he does naturally and just falling into my position naturally.
Yeah.
It's like
Playing your role.
let him do what he does best. You know, I produce myself too. I know everything.
Yeah,
I know everything.
crazy.
No,
Everything
you
I
sent
know
me that
from
beat,
him.
you remember?
Everything I know is from him.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I know enough. He's really good. He's really good. So if I put down the producer hat and I don't really have I'll have a say every now and then, but it's as simple as just like not that
Yeah.
or next.
I feel you.
But I'll let myself fall into the more writer so we can get a grand song that we can really hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes it easier with me and him. It's just really just falling into position.
Yeah. Because by the time I finish a beat in the sessions where we are creating together, by the time I'm done, he, like most 100% of the time, has a hook done. You know, he'll have even sometimes a hook in a verse. He'll record it, and then I'm like, okay. And then I listen to what he says. I'm like, okay, let me approach it with whatever topic you did.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really flawless, like seamless, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about his writing too. A lot of I feel like just barely, I'm finding my own style writing and performing vocally, because even when I'm listening to music, when he like showed me, I wasn't listening to lyrics. I was listening to the music, the samples and the drums, and
Yeah.
like the words weren't what was like attracting me to the music.
It's just a sound.
So when I started writing is when I started listening more to how people were performing their voice.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of my time learning producing was recording him, Serge, Joel, Kenta, Benny, just everybody that we grew up with was me listening to them rapping. So a lot of my writing and rapping was like kind of like taking inspiration directly from them. So I'll listen back even now. I was like, oh, I was just like biting Kenta or biting Maije, you know?
Yeah.
So it's shout out to this guy, man.
No, that's sick, bro. I mean, those are the people you're working with. They're inspiring you. You know, you want to build off of their energy.
Yeah.
You know, that's like I've caught myself doing that too sometimes. Like, just like when people I would produce for, and then I would start writing, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like kind of like, you know, I feel like I'm like, you know, because you're so used to hearing people on your beats, and then you know, you're like, oh, this is their sound on my beats, you know, so you think that's their sound, you know. I get you. That's yeah. Well, you guys, I know you guys are cousins, but now I know, but you guys have great chemistry. You guys just make really great music, and I'm serious.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate that.
Bangers. And you guys got like a crazy West Coast sound where it still sounds like old school and vintage, but it's like new.
Really?
Nah, yeah, like the way you're using the Moog sounds, like I hear it, you know, and like it's crazy to like when I would hear it live and your guys' performance and your energy to match it. Like that's real hip hop.
Appreciate it, man.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I appreciate you. I know like people fuck with my beats, but I feel like producers hear beats different. So I'm always interested to hear how other producers hear it.
Bro, yeah. No, I'm not hearing anybody producing like you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No, for real.
Yeah, thank you.
And like you guys together, like, bro, you be flowing.
I appreciate
Ridiculous.
it. I appreciate
you hear
it.
his fucking flows, bro. Like, where'd you even find that pocket, bro? He was in the crevices for that pocket, you know?
Yeah.
I just be going. I think it's I feel like it's because I have a lot of experiences and a lot of psychological changes in my brain, whether it's from substances or not.
Yeah.
Or just traumatic experiences. Anything in my life
All
that's
the
fucking
above.
altered my brain chemistry. All of the above.
Well, I say that to say because, like, you know, I hear when you started working with Mula, you know, I've known Mula forever, and to hear like you on one of his songs or vice versa.
Ridiculous, huh?
Yeah, I'm just like, I was curious, like, what is that gonna sound like?
Yeah,
and like,
it's
bro,
hard.
yeah,
It's hard.
You still stay in your pocket and
Yeah.
your sound, but like, yeah, bro. So
I like to think I'm a motherfucking chameleon. Let me just not to suck my own tits or nothing, but look, I really do think that I could adapt to anybody's sound.
Yeah.
Like when I'm collaborating with people, I think I learned it from him is because he's always like, it's a lot of times it's creating and creating and creating. And it's not time to be like, this wasn't the one. It was like, he's making a beat. He's going to finish the beat. You either write to it or you don't.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, hey, that's like that pressure, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to waste his time.
So, dude, me
then
and
you're
this
probably
guy-
thinking the same.
What is it, 10,000 hours or what
Yeah,
the saying
yeah.
is? 10,000 hours was just me and him just doing that. So I feel like that did help with like collabing with people and being like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, this is how he's gonna approach it. I know that it's like it's just like Dre, you know, he had the vision to do it
Yeah, for sure.
and then manifest it to the angle. And I fuck with it. I fuck with collabing. I fuck with being able to bring the best out of people myself too, you know?
Yeah, for sure. That's the best part about this music shit. It's like the connections and the experiences you get with other people. Like, it's magic.
It's a magic.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like that vibe, and you make something, and you're just like head nodding, and you're just like,
It's like this didn't exist before we sat down and
literally
made
just like I don't know what we did. We kind of blacked out, but like
it. Yeah,
not like from substances, but like just blacking out in the moment.
yeah.
You're
I know
just
what you
in
mean.
that moment in the room and just like vibing, and whatever happens, and that's what happened, and now you guys get to listen to it forever.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's music.
Put that on my wall, man.
Huh. So, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. Is there anything you guys want to say real quick? You guys got 3 projects. You got, what is your project called?
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you for your patience with
Surgeon LD.
Surgeon LD. And then your project, your beat.
My beat tape,
Yeah.
Light Risk.
Flight Risk. Hell yeah. Okay.
And then our album, Frequent Flyers Volume 3.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Available all now or soon, depending when you see this.
Real
Yeah,
soon.
we'll update y'all where we're at on that.
You guys can definitely hit us up on SlowBurnCrew Instagram. You can find us SlowBurnCrew anywhere, but hit us up if you need or looking for some merch, because by the time you see this, we'll have merch ready for y'all to cop and support.
Yes, sir.
We're really doing this from the bottom of our hearts. Every time we make art, it's from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes,
We've
sir.
been building this up almost 10 years from the bottom of our souls, me and this guy. This chemistry has been brewing before we even talked, before we even spoke words. We were children, babies, energy brewing, always hanging out as cousins, and it led up to this moment right here to bring our story, our art, our message to the world and have other people relate to it and just tag along for the journey, you know? Fasten your seatbelt and enjoy your flight. Frequent Flyers Volume 3 coming real soon with everything above.
You heard him. Thank y'all.
So what's up with the substance, man? I know you hurt and feel mechanical, man. So what's up with the substance, man? This new sun's beam knock your fans.